Look at this. I got headphones on. I got a mic going. Baby.
If
Huh?
only people could see you now.
Hey, no video. We've gone through this before.
All right,
No
all right,
video.
all right. Welcome to This Commerce Life. This is a podcast aimed at small, medium entrepreneurs focused on commerce. I'm Phil, your host, and Kenny, your co-host, will join us as well. And we're going to talk to you about the world of retail and commerce and how things are changing. So I'm hoping she comes on the show, but I had a really great lunch today.
Yeah, with who?
With my wife's cousin's wife.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever that means to me. But she, she was doing an accounting job. She had 2 kids, went back to another accounting job, did that for, kind of 3 or 4 years, hated it, quit, stayed home with the kids, and then, took a part-time job also doing accounting, kind of did it for like 6 months and went, wow, this is shite, I'm out, right? And then in the meantime, what she had always said to me was, look, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I kind of hate accounting. I did it because it's what I studied in school, and, we need to pay the bills, bought a house, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. In the meantime, she didn't mean to, but fell into flipping houses. So they had their first house for kind of like 10 years. And then they saw a house down the street that was similar to theirs. And she actually wanted to get away from a neighbor, that was, pretty awful. So moved down the street, and then wound up like kind of being in this place where she went, oh, maybe we could, renovate and, flip a house and, renovate the house, rent it out, that sort of thing. And discovered that she was quite good at designing, kind of like redesigning houses, doing the contracting work and all that kind of stuff, getting people to get stuff done. So her first job now is as a flipper, so she flips houses.
Wow.
Now. Her second job,
far cry from accounting.
Yeah. And her second job was, she realized that, in Toronto, the houses are quite close together, and you have to apply for a laneway, basically.
Yeah. Same here.
And so she literally taught herself how to, she taught herself AutoCAD, and then designed laneways for people and taught them how to get the permits, because, she figured out how to do it for herself. Didn't realize there was a market for this, Yeah.
Wow.
And then found a market for it. And then her last thing that I'm trying to convince her, she's brilliant. Like, so she loves technology and all this kind of stuff. And so I've got a smart house, I've got it all wired up and everything. And she's gone one step further. So she's got her house hooked up to motion sensors and all this kind of stuff. And so, for example, if nobody's home and somebody walks into her backyard, the motion sensors will set off, the Google speakers to tune to, CBC 99.1. So it sounds like people are talking in the house, and it'll set off some lights. Mm-hmm. So it simulates people being home.
Right.
And I was like, you need to do that for a living. And she was like, anybody can do that. I was like, no, nobody can do that. Like, nobody can do that. Like, everybody wants that, but nobody can do it. Right? Like,
very few even have the idea to do that. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah. And so she says to me, I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up. And I go, I don't know what you want to do when you grow up either. But you got a job. Like, do these 3 jobs? Like, do they add up to more or less than what you made before? And she goes, oh, I make so much more money than, in accounting. And I was like, so wait, I don't understand. What's the problem here? And she was like, well, I thought I needed a job. I was like, you don't need a job.
That is a job.
I know.
I need a job, man. You got a job. Holy shit. And you got a job that's your job. Yeah. It's, what is funny? It's just the definition of the job.
Yeah.
That is a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to be working for somebody. It's Jesus.
I told her too. I was envious, right? Because I said, in my mid-30s, I kind of started. I started down this path, right? So even with Carrie Doyle, I worked with Carrie Doyle, and I was like, I don't, what do I do after this? Like, this sucks, right? I'm going to be here till I'm 50 before I get a directorship. What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? And why are you waiting till 50
yeah.
for this directorship
Yeah,
thing?
do you know what I mean? Like, and so, but
Totally
she literally in her mid-30s just went, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out. Like, I'm quitting. I'm going to do something else. Like, and I was like, and I was like, that's a special skill. Like, not, like I said, I was telling her about us and all the people we talked to, and I was like, look, people in their like high 40s, early 50s do this, and most of them don't do it because they choose to, but because the business says you got to go, right?
Totally.
Yeah. And so she was
most at our age, if they're doing that, are forced out.
Yeah.
Not like her. She's just opting in, opting out. Like,
almost visionary. Yeah. So anyway, so sorry, kind of a long story, but kind of amazing, right? So I was just like, so I was telling her, I said, you got to come on the show, like, and she's
absolutely,
like,
she's inspirational,
and I was like, you know what, listen to a couple episodes and then come on the show, and
See, to me, that's just more inspirational than anything.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's just cool. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like, I mean, and she's not scared to try, and
yeah.
That's why I like having, like the Carries on, or if this, it just, I don't know, they're just cool stories. It's just cool when people just nut up and do different things, and and same have the same fears and trepidations we all do, but they just do it.
Yeah,
I do. I admire people like that. I think it's just pretty cool that if you can do that. I mean, good on her.
Yeah, I know. So I'm
seriously, that's awesome.
I'm pretty excited. I was excited. I was marveling. I was like, wow.
Well, it's inspirational too, right? It just kind of gets you thinking, because you've been at this full-time gig for way too long. Like, I don't even know how you're I don't get it, man. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh man.
You need to go talk to Carrie and your wife's cousin's brother, sister's aunt's uncle there, whatever.
I know. No, you know what? But this job, I realized that like this job, it all has its place, right? Like this job has definitely, I don't know if I've been at this too long yet, but it's definitely helped, right? Like this whole CMO path I'm on.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have evolved this fast.
I think you needed to do it. I think you needed to do it too. Yeah. I think everything's sort of, it's like anything. Nothing's there are very, very few bad decisions in life per se.
Yeah.
Just decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the outcome is really whatever you choose it to be, or how you want to view what the outcome sort of is.
Yeah.
Right. At the end of the day, you made your decision. I mean, you own it, right? Do it. And then if you don't like it, well, don't do it anymore.
Yeah. No, it's been really cool. So, what's been happening over the last couple of weeks? So all of the stuff that I've been talking about on the show, right? So we started, kind of writing some articles. We're coming up to publishing our third article, but it's starting to all of this stuff starting to coagulate and come together. So the first two articles, we've got partners who pick them up. Both, I think I've got 3 or 4 kind of in our industry, in the tech industry, they're like resellers. In our industry, they'd be like brokers.
Right.
So they've got their own distribution list and everything. And all of them have come and said, these are great articles. We'd like to reshare. Do you mind? I was like, yeah, no, knock yourself out. Right. And so we're starting to pick up, people who,
great way to get traction, man.
Because
as long as you're getting the credit for the article, so that it's coming back.
Yeah,
share away. I mean, what a whacker, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're written.
Yeah, and so that's happening. That's happening.
Awesome.
And so that in turn generates more attention, and so we've had some interviews. Because they want to interview us for their blogs now, and then in turn, it's been easier. We've asked a couple of kind of high profile customers, who are kind of hemming and hawing, but like a high profile partner is going to do an interview with us tomorrow that we'll put out another content piece.
Wow.
So there's some traction there. And then what that's starting to do is now generate back. So my website traffic is up something like 50% right now.
That's fantastic, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's how like this stuff starts to come together.
And people need to understand. I mean, this isn't a website like Amazon or Lululemon where there's an actual purpose in your shopping. This is a very specific.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't people just, that sounds pretty cool. I'll go on that website and learn something.
Yeah.
That's like picking up a calculus book and saying, I'm just going to study calculus this summer.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Like, I mean,
specific,
wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, this is a really dialed in industry. Yeah. I mean, if you're getting that much traction, you're doing shit right.
Yeah. So,
right, so there's no flukes on this one.
Yeah. So it's been really great, right? Like, so it's starting to come together. Things are starting to flow. It isn't without its problems. So things that I didn't see, we got hit by a spam bot this week. And so these spam bots, like if you have a page on your website that says sign up here for more information or sign up to the newsletter, the spam bot will go in and spam you and fill up your CRM, right? Because when you fill that stuff in, it goes to, a customer relationship management tool like HubSpot or Salesforce or whatever. And so we got hit by a spam bot this week. So I think we began like, we'll get, kind of like 30 or 40 good leads, and then we'll get like 30 or 40 absolute gobbledygook, right? So, so we're looking at putting in a CAPTCHA, something that you got to fill in, or,
well, what else can you do, right?
There's at least I don't know. So if somebody's listening to this and they've got another alternative, that'd be great. Salesforce has some ways to scrub the data as well, like using some logic checks, but you can't really, the poor
be careful with that too, because some of these bots are, I mean, whoever writes whatever they do, they're a little bit better than, you know what I mean? Like, you guys aren't idiots, right? That's why they get in.
Well, you could wind up scrubbing out good data as well.
That's my point. Is you could be scrubbing out really good leads. Honestly, the best thing to do is just put that block in.
Yeah.
Write these stupid letters and numbers that I got through 4 fucking times because I can't read the first 3. Q looks like a J. That looks like a P and a funk.
Or the pick the squares with the crossword. The crossword.
Stupid, like, the crosswalk or this lamp light. Funk. Well, I didn't see that stupid crosswalk over there. I got 50 hours later thinking, please. Let's go back to the other thing. Give me the W that I don't know if it's a big W or a little W.
Yeah.
Because they're case sensitive, the goddamn thing. That pissed me off.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But yeah. So
that's good though, right? I mean.
Yeah, so I thought it was neat. I was thinking about it today, thinking I'm going to share some of this because this is where everything leads to. So you kind of hope that this is the sort of thing it turns into, right? Because all the things, all these episodes that we've been talking about this, they've been bits and pieces, and so now I'm in a place where I'm getting lots of traffic. I'm getting the good and the bad with it. Now I'm starting to like throw accelerant on the fire. So the LinkedIn posts that I've already been getting traffic on, now I'm starting to promote them. So I'm actually,
it's good.
I'm sponsoring LinkedIn posts.
Why not?
Doing Google AdWords and I'm bidding on keywords now. Because,
if your organic's
double
working,
the traffic,
you may as well start doubling down and start buying some stuff. I mean, if your organic wasn't doing anything, then I'd say, don't piss
worry,
anyway.
right?
But if you're getting some organic growth, double down.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right? What do you have to lose?
No. This is what you want.
Right? This is
momentum, right? So, yeah.
Right. This is the shit people dream of.
Yeah. So you want to double. So I've up the traffic 50%. So now I'm hoping to do that again, right? With all this, this paid stuff. So
are you finding you're upping the traffic? Are you, are they coming through? Like, are the leads coming?
Yep.
The traffic's obviously not as good that people are reading, but are they getting to the point they're saying, you know what? Not that I'm just going to come over here, but hey, send me some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super interested in this.
Yeah. So
if you get like the 30, 40 a week, that's You know, your industry. I mean, seriously, come on. We're not talking serious. This is not, you know, the market for a box of crackers, which is, you know, hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking a pretty specific,
pretty small, very elite group of.
Yeah, it's a tight,
elite, but very tight.
But it's a tight industry. There's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's lots of industries that can use this, but not as much as that can't.
Yeah.
Right. So it's you know.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. So, you know,
that's good. So you're getting some traction. You get that. Yeah. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And Shanae has been amazing. She's helping me with press releases. So we're putting out a press release almost every 2 weeks now to, again, drive more traffic. You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So Shanae's been on the show. If you haven't heard that episode, you should. But Vive Social is she's rocking it out. She and I are cooking.
She's in Toronto quite a bit these days.
Cooking. I don't know, actually. I don't know where she is.
I guess it doesn't matter.
You know, like it's kind of it's a super fluid business. Like, so,
yeah.
You know, like sometimes I text her, sometimes I email her. Like you know, you just.
No, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah,
you're just chugging away.
Yeah,
chugging away.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah. What about you? What's going on?
My whole world's basically turned into. I'm back into sort of managing.
Yeah. So I realized
not even minding it, which is kind of scary. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
So I realized last week that we kind of glossed over it, but we didn't talk about it. Like some of the changes you're making. So I don't know if you want to.
I don't know, man. I'm all over the freaking place. Like even I'm getting to the point. Like, you know, I was sitting on the couch and I'm thinking, okay, after the podcast, I've got work. I think it's going to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. Good tired. No, not bad tired. Good tired. Good tired. But yeah, like my roles are morphing again. It seems that kind of maybe sort of what we've been sort of talking about is trying not to. I don't want to get into the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really, you know, these last 2 weeks we've been talking. I think we're both sort of in those same roles. I really want to elevate my game, not the game, my game, and I want to start looking at things at a higher level. Yeah. So instead of worrying about like little things, even in any of the offices, is I want to push the people. Like if I'm going to worry about people problems or people issues, I don't want to be bullshit issues. Like I want to be able to bring these people up.
Yeah.
I want to do a Lori or a Carrie. Like I want to, you know, or a Barry. I want to see if I can elevate the way they think and the way they're doing things and make them excited about what they're doing and make them feel good about what they're doing.
Yeah.
As opposed to always, you know, it's problem solution. I'd rather right now is problem, discussion, more discussion, go away, find solution, come back, and we'll talk and let's see where it goes and how does it look.
Yeah.
Because in that time, then I'm not doing that, but I don't want to do that. I want to play in the higher games.
Nice.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's all over the place, buddy. There's everything's just taking time, but it's all good. I mean, you got Barry hopping. He's running all over like a madman. You know, people are coming. Hopefully we'll close a bunch, but
yeah.
But I do. I haven't managed in a lot of years, and it just seems like all of a sudden I seem to be, you know, I'm sitting in an office with a laptop, and it's like a perpetual open door, right?
Kenny's got himself a job.
No, not like Phil. No, you're just doing that because you want to make yourself feel better. You can't do that. No. That's not how it works. You can't play that game. That's a bullshit on your part.
I love it.
I feel like it is some days though, because I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna be in that one place, you know, 70% of the time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know what? The potential's huge. And it's a really, really good group of people.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what? You know, when you kind of, because you don't ever sound like you don't want to sound like that guy. But you know when you think you actually are helping people or you can help people?
Yep.
Like I think I can make a difference with these folks. And I think they see it. I hate saying that because I don't, you know me, I don't like, I don't, you know, whatever. But I think it's, yeah, it just feels really good. It feels like I left today and I thought, fuck, you know, we're actually making progress. Like we're starting to gel as a team, and we're starting to, it's, you know, everybody's feeling good.
Yeah.
It's just, it's great. That's a good feeling.
That's what you want. Yeah.
And all week it's been that way. So every place I've been to, it's been that sort of, that sort of feel. You know, Barry went through, you know, a job transition, but he's pumped. You know, we've got people who hear that we're trying to set up this, we'll call it boutique sales management thing that you're going to get dragged into one of these days, but that's another episode. But you know, and then they're asking questions and starting to feed contacts and feed leads. You're thinking, like, you know, it's kind of cool that people think that you actually might know one or two little things, and you know, are confident enough to send people your way, right?
Yeah. I hear you. That's awesome.
For me, it's just been a really positive week. I don't know how to describe it. It's going to sound like garbage goop when we listen to this later, but it's just one of those weeks where I feel like we're making a difference.
Yeah.
And again, I'm trying to do what we've been talking about is I want to pull the game back up like you and I have talked about. I want to get back into the strategy. I'll give you an example. Like today, one of the person I'm going to be doing most of the work with, there's two separate hats sort of in the building. I'm managing one side, but I'll get dragged into all sides because that's just my nature, right?
Just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the brand is massive in its home country in Australia. Huge brand.
Okay.
Complete unknown in this country.
Okay.
And you know me, where do you usually start? I take a look at it and say, okay, well, what does it land at?
Yeah.
What's the distribution like? What's the costing? What's the retails?
Yeah.
It needs a complete revamp of costing.
At
all levels. What's a distributor paying? What's the wholesaler? All that shit, right? But you know, when you start and you go down that path and you're thinking, fuck, you know what? This could quadruple this brand in the next couple of years just by doing these exercises. And then you start thinking, like, why does nobody think of doing this shit? This is like step one.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't rocket science. This is like bare bones basic. Nobody knows you in the country.
Yeah.
And you come up with a price structure that's wonky.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't make sense. Like, and I know you're not doing it in the country you're in because you're massive there.
Yeah.
Like, how did you think this was going to go?
Why would you do that here?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I actually understand that a lot.
Yeah. And then you know what's going to happen? We're going to fix this. And then the marketing is going to come in. And then what are we going to do? And then what months we're going to, like, it's just going to start to snowball.
Yeah.
It's got shit to do with what my job is supposed to be there, but that's okay. I'll just do that on the side.
Oh,
but it's back to the fun of it. Like, you know, we're going to make differences.
The side things are, but I really love the, I've just come to the conclusion, like, I love the side. Like, I'm like you. I
can't stop the fucking side gigs. I can't, I honestly, you know, if any of the people I work with hear this, do not take this wrong. I don't know how people work full time. Nobody's allowed to leave their job, by the way. Nobody. They're all supposed to stay there. No, they're not. I'm talking to not them. Okay. I understand why they're there full time.
The rest of the world, though.
And they're good people, and they can't leave. Nobody's allowed to listen to this part of the podcast. But I don't get it. You know what I mean, though? Like, I don't. But I'm intrigued by it because they're just. I don't know, it's just a great group.
Yeah.
It's just been a good week, buddy. Can you tell? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I can't put nothing into words. It's just been.
You're pumped.
It's been a solid week, man. Like, just fuck. It's just a good week.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's been a lot of good weeks, but the last couple for sure. I've been really.
I think. Yeah. But I think that's that's what this is about, right? Like, it's about having more good weeks than bad weeks, right? Like,
you're around as much as I. Like, how many people when you start walking through your building?
Not many.
Exactly. Okay. So, like, you're thinking, like, why are you doing this then?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But
I want to be like Lori. I want to save the world.
But I think that's the thing is I think that, because, like, even today, right? So the story I told, I think at the end of the day, what she came was to get validation that what she was doing was real, that it was a legit job, and that she didn't have to go out and get a legit job. Right. And I said to her, look, are you happy? And she's like, I'm really happy.
They're crushing it then. Like, what do you
clearly
want?
You're making more money. And she was like, oh, I'm making more money now than I ever made before. So I don't think you give a fuck what anybody else has to say.
Well, I tell you the truth, that's sort of the bonus round anyway. Like being really happy and content with what you're doing is great. And I understand it, but you got to be careful with that too. You know, the follow your passion bullshit when your passion is painting, you can't paint worth shit and you're going to starve to death because your paintings aren't worth anything is not a wise move.
Yeah, no.
But when you're really good at it
and
passionate about it and you're making money, holy shit, man, that's a trifecta of like life. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah. Well, and I said to her, I said, here's the thing is, right? So now you're doing this thing. You almost need to be true, you need to keep honing that. So the trick is, like, you look at us, right? And like we got to a place where we're happy with the cadence that we're doing, but you're never really sitting still, right? Like not that we're a gold standard or any of those sort of things, but it's just there's no sitting still because you got to keep testing, right? Because when we first started talking this, I was all into the digital thing and I SEO this and then like, so you look at where I am now, right? From like episode, I don't know, 15 or whatever. And we're at like episode 89. I guess this is episode 90 actually, but like, and you kind of go, you don't talk about that anymore, but it's because I've evolved, right? Like, I'm continuing to chase things I love, right? So right now, both of us are focused on, we want to have higher games, right? And I got to take the happiness. I've got happiness. I got to double down on it and figure out how I double down on it, right? So,
yeah. But that's even sort of weird because I thought about that the other day. I was thinking of some of the earlier podcasts and we were so focused on, we were talking about the coffee bar and we were talking about really cool little things. And then I think it's almost like sometimes I feel like we've grown up so much in the last year and a half, almost 2 years. We got big boy pants on now. And now we're talking about big boy things.
We are.
It's kind of weird, right? Because, we started and it's not, this
is Lori's fault.
This is Lori's fault.
Do you hear this dialogue? Yeah, this is the Lori dialogue. This is, and it's fun. And we were like, are you crazy? Like, what, now us like
already polluted us. She's a problem child, that girl.
Lori Shoplin.
Holy shit. But it's true. Like, it's kind of so you know what? If anybody's in that kind of rut, just call Lori.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what she charges, but quite frankly, just pay her.
Yeah.
Like, we got her for free. I mean, we're probably still paying for it because she's really screwed up the last couple of months for both of us.
Or ping us and we'll bring her back on the show.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I think people need to, the one thing when we were talking about, well, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. And I think both of us said, well, no, you do have to go to work. Yeah. And she goes, well, no,
you don't.
You don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you're
thinking, consequences for it, but no, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you're thinking, well, yeah.
Yeah. She's right.
You're actually kind of right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really, what are the consequences?
Yeah.
For most people, if you think about, like, a lot of people we know, the consequence is that worst case scenario, they'd either get fired from a job they hate anyway, which is the reason why they weren't there anyway.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, in the worst case, you could end up happy.
Yeah. What?
Okay, again, that's not necessarily the way you want to leave.
Yeah.
But if I talk to people that have had life job changes in the last couple of years, and you ask them where they're at now, whether they were moved out or moved out on their own like I did and you did, is I'll tell you the truth, like, I don't know not one who's not happy. And not just not happy, who's not happier than they were before.
Yeah.
And everyone who's done it, if I ask them, they all say the same thing. You know what? I kind of wish.
Yeah, I wish I did it earlier.
I wish I did it earlier.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have done it earlier. And I'm glad I didn't do it earlier and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But you know what? In some ways, I wish I did it earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had more balls when I was 45 than 50. Because those 5 years, it wouldn't have mattered. But you know what? I was so scared to leave.
Yeah.
And so scared, probably just so scared to fail. Right? And now all I do is I try to push people to fail because I'm telling them, listen, what's the worst, man?
But
You're not
I think
for the most part.
There is a developmental change, right? Like, because you do, like in your late 40s. I mean, you think of where I am and where you are, right?
Yeah.
We're not, the age gap isn't big, but developmentally it's different, right? As I am in a spot where, like Ryan goes to school in another year, university, and that's a whole chunk of money.
Buddy, listen, I did it when they were both, one was in second year, one was in first year.
Yeah.
Right. And university, just in case, for all, if there's listeners out there who have young kids, please don't tell me that a 13-year-old is expensive. Hang tough.
No.
Hang tough.
Just you wait.
Hang tough. That whole year of hockey, which is brutally expensive, that's called car insurance.
Yeah.
That's a one-day hit.
Yeah.
Not gas. That's a different topic.
No.
Not oil change, different topic. No. Car insurance.
Yeah.
Like
it is
books. $500 books.
Oh my gosh.
$600 parking passes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, man.
It's so yeah, I mean, so but I do think, like developmentally it's different, right? Like
totally.
So
totally. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just been I think Lori ruined it for us, and she's just kind of
damn that Lori Shoplift.
Damn Lori, seriously, what the hell's going on in the kitchen,
man?
And then you hear this story now, and then you got Carrie's like, what with these people,
talented people.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's just I don't know. It's exciting, and it's even the ones who we've had on, like. Tim's motivated anyway. Like Tim's motivated just by, Tim, I think, just wakes up motivated. Right? I don't think Tim ever turns off. I mean, he's just on. But you know what? If you talk, even he gets more excited now. Like everybody's kind of just looking at life in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, just what are the possibilities?
Yeah.
And if there's side gigs, what are they? Right? And as long as they don't interfere with their everyday. Your everyday work,
how
can they make you better? How can they augment the life or whatever it is, right?
I know it's cool.
There's a lot of cool shit out there, right?
I like it, man.
There's a lot of cool shit out there,
man.
So I got paperwork sent to me for Global. I just got it tonight, so
okay, good. I asked her because I got mine like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
I think I've been bugging you all week going, did you get it? And she said, oh, I sent it. I go, I don't think you got it. You should resend it.
No, it must have ended up in spam or something.
No, yeah. So she resent it.
I got it tonight.
Okay, awesome.
So I'll get that filled out and taken a look at. But
yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited about that too, right?
Yeah. So she's gonna come on the show. We gotta find. She's thinking she wants to come on closer to Global.
I was going to say like October the earliest. September's a bit of a train wreck.
Yeah. And I think, and I was saying to her, like, one, I'd like to get the podcast stuff squared away. I think we're going to need different equipment when we go there. So I got to give a think of what we need when we go.
Well, just let me know. I mean, if we have to buy stuff, we'll buy it.
Yeah.
But
it'll be fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. And then, and then I was saying to her, if there are other people who are speaking at the show,
I'd love to have other people on. And again, you know what? Every time we have someone on, I think, okay, let's do it this way. And this is really terrible. Like, forget our audience.
Yeah.
But every time we have people on, I think you and I get more motivated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so if even it's just me and you listening to our own podcast, we actually learn stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
Right?
I like having people on. I
love it, man. I just do. I I think that's what's probably making, like, even this transition now for me, because I really like doing my own thing in my own space, and I don't really want to sit there and manage people. And maybe it's because I'm maybe it could be a Barry influence, could be your influence, it's Tim influence, like a bunch of you, and then the fact we've had Lori on and a few others. Like, you do start picking up some really cool management ideas, and you start reading, and you know what I mean? Like, the outlook's different. So I think I'm more comfortable managing a lot of the people this time than I maybe ever was. Right.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
It is cool, right?
Yeah. That's really cool. Man.
I don't know.
It's awesome.
I don't know, buddy boy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No, it's good. It's all evolution, right? I mean, look at where we are. Like we're recording episode 90, right? I
can't believe we're at 90 already.
Yeah, we're at episode 90. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of I was kind of like looking at this stuff going, wow, we've come a long way. Like we, from when we started and all that kind of stuff, and then look at where we are, right? Like,
yeah, and there's the people that actually still listen to us once in a while.
Yeah,
that's even more crazy.
Us, and it's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what's on now? What's on tap for the rest of the weekend?
Long weekend, so we'll get a chance to chill out. My youngest daughter's birthday is on the 2nd.
Oh, nice.
That'll be really cool. And then I've got to make a quick trip to Europe next week.
Okay.
So I'll be there. I'll leave Tuesday night and travel overnight because I got to be in Exeter for Thursday, and Exeter is like a 3-hour train ride from London.
Oh, okay.
So I'll arrive kind of midday Wednesday and then travel down to Exeter and then spend all day Thursday there bringing on board this marketing team. And then I'll travel back Thursday night and then fly home Friday morning.
Oh fuck, that's a real tight turnaround.
Yeah.
That's tight.
I you know what, like September is like, it's like killer pharmaceutical show season. Right. So like I got US teams going to shows, and then I got the European team going to Germany for shows. But this, we've talked so much about like how important it is to make sure the teams have the right equipment. And this one's just like, we have such specific language about, what is the right language to have that I can't really, I don't think the right thing is to leave them alone.
Yeah, no, I got it.
You know what I mean? Like, so the rest of it, the cool part about it is I will be in transit, which means I get to work in peace, maybe.
Yeah, I get that too.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm gone and back quick enough that I'm not going to have any jet lag. Because I'll keep Toronto time while I'm there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, and I booked my flight, so I'm coming in on late on the 11th.
Okay.
And heading home on the 15th.
Okay.
So I don't know what the evenings look like, but I'm definitely, and I think we've got an Airbnb or something down by the convention center.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not sure where the convention center in Toronto is. I mean, I know it's probably downtown.
I'm actually, I work down there, so that'll be cool.
Okay.
And then I won't be far away, but
if anything, maybe we'll catch up on the Thursday night. You can come meet Richard and a couple of the crew, because a lot of these people probably should come on the podcast one of these days anyway.
That'd be amazing,
right? Because they're all kind of cool people, and they're doing different things, right? So, I mean, Richard's sort of the owner. Well, not sort of. Richard is the owner of it, but we've got some people in there that are doing some marketing, trade marketing, but a lot younger and a lot different categories, and all learning and wanting to learn, right? So it's even more cool.
So you come in the 11th, and then you leave the.
Yeah, I think 15th? I get in like at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning of I guess of the 12th, and then leave on the 15th.
Oh,
and I don't think the show. I think the show was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday.
So for the audience, we're talking about CHFA
East.
So it's the Canadian Health Food Association show, and it is
like Saturday, Sunday.
This one's listed the 12th through the 15th.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because
I think it's seminars and just probably the meet. Yeah. There's that type of thing. So, but I think the actual trade show or whatever
it'll be Saturday and Sunday.
I think it's Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. And I leave Sunday afternoon.
15th. Okay.
Right. So I'll probably have to leave downtown around 4. I've got a 7 o'clock flight.
Okay. So. Yeah. I mean, let me know. I don't think you need to as far in advance as you can, but otherwise just let me know, and then we can grab a bite or grab a coffee. There's some pretty cool
Well,
places.
if you're going to be downtown, the Thursday might be the day to do it, right?
Thursday, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think we're setting up or anything. I'm not sure what everybody's doing.
Okay.
But I mean, we'll be in touch anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch.
And then what about do you know, is Jimmy and Lori going to be in town as well? Or
Jim's in town. Yeah, okay. He's going to be there too. I don't remember what day he said he was going.
Okay.
But Jimmy's definitively there.
Okay. And then Lori too, or just Jimmy?
I don't know if Lori's going. I know Jim's going for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Okay. So we'll figure it out. Like maybe anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome possum, man.
Okay, buddy. I'm going to put my head on a pillow and watch a little TV.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the laptop away and call it.
I've been grinding away all day, so I literally.
I'm done too. I'm tired. You're midnight.
So, yeah. I was up at like 5 a.m. this morning working, so it's been a very long day. So.
I didn't want to say it, but you look tired.
Yeah, I'm
but you got a haircut. It's okay. At least you look a little.
Yeah. So I look young and tired. So better than old and tired.
Well,
so
you call it young. You call it whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel better.
Sure.
Whatever makes you happy.
Awesome. All right,
good, buddy. Okay, we'll chat. We'll chat next week.
Oh, so next week, we might need to kick around the dates a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. Just tell me what you need.
Because I'll be Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday. I might be on a train. Actually, definitely be on a train.
Then we'll do it on Sunday.
Thursday, so maybe we'll.
The Sunday night's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's good. If it's good for you, it's totally good for me.
Yeah. It works for me.
Wednesday night's no good because we have our fantasy football.
The draft
that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Friday we're going to go see Mark Maron.
Oh, nice.
I've never seen. I love his podcast.
I love Mark Maron.
Well, it's funny. I got Amelia. I got Amelia listen when we went to that trip in the interior.
Yeah,
we listened to a few of the podcasts on the drive. What's her name? Brene Brown. Whatever that woman is. I can't remember her name. Anyway, he was on, and Amelia, and she thought he was funny. We go online. No, he goes, yeah, I'm going to be in Vancouver on these dates. So we looked. I said, do you want to go? I said, I personally like Mark Maron. I think he's hilarious. I said, let's do it. So yeah, we're going to see Mark Maron.
That's amazing.
I'm pretty stoked. I like him. I think he's funny.
Yeah, I know. I think he's very funny. I really like him. Like I'm super excited for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked too.
Nice. Good.
So Wednesdays and Fridays no good next week.
Okay. So let's just do Sunday night. It's all good.
Sure. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, man. You have a good safe travels.
Thanks. I will.
And then we'll chat with you soon.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
ciao, buddy.
Okay, man. Take care. Ciao.
All right. That's the end of this Commerce Life. We'll be back soon with the next episode. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. Subscribe, like us, join us, share us, tell your friends about us. And we hope to see you next time with more commerce news.